Welcome. As is the name of the podcast, we start with thinking about a problem or opportunity, which is the first episode for any topic. Then we build the product in the second episode. And on the third episode, we talk about how to scale the company using that product. We repeat the sequence of the nature of episodes for all the topics that will be talked in this podcast. This is the third episode for the topic of a surgical robot named AEGIS CV. This means we will talk about how to scale this product and the company that produces AEGIS CV, our hypothetical surgical robot. If you want to understand how to develop this product in an industrial context and what to take into account for making it an actual commercially viable product, please go and listen or watch the first and second episodes of this series. If you want to effectively scale up your company and the product AEGIS CV, please consider implementing the following strategies. Number one would be to strengthen your R&D capabilities. Leverage the innovations in microsurgical tools and AI-powered systems to continuously improve the AEGIS CV platform. Prioritize the development of cutting-edge technologies such as the hybrid microsurgical and macrosurgical capabilities and autonomous systems for complex cardiovascular procedures. Number two would be to expand your market presence. Focus on marketing AEGIS CV's unique capabilities in high-precision and AI-enhanced surgeries to hospitals and surgical centers globally. Highlight the system's ability to perform delicate cardiovascular surgeries with higher precision and better outcomes than traditional methods. And then your third is your strategic partnerships. Collaborate with leading healthcare institutions and academic centers for clinical trials to demonstrate the efficacy and safety of AEGIS CV. Partnering with other technology companies could also help integrate additional innovative features like advanced imaging and telesurgery capabilities. This is what I mentioned in my second episode in the build part, where I drafted up a plan where you could have contact various different suppliers for their manufacturing facilities, or you could have different suppliers for licensing different existing technologies and existing components from them so that you become the architect and the integrator of these technologies and these components. And the important thing for you to make sure that they all seamlessly connect together is to, of course, utilize a V model incorporating Design for Six Sigma methodologies, also described in the first and second episodes of this series. I will actually be referring to the first and second episodes quite a bit in this episode. So it's really for the best if you go and check them out yourself. Number four, because we were listing how to scale up effectively. Number four is your regulatory approvals. Navigating the regulatory landscape efficiently by working closely with health authorities. This gains approval or clearance. This makes approvals faster. This is critical for entering new markets and is a significant trust signal to potential customers. Always remember, and I mentioned this in my second episode as well, remember that in my first episode, I listed all the various different regulatory bodies in different bigger countries like India, China, US, Canada, Japan, in the European Union. I listed different regulatory committees that are like gatekeepers of medical devices. Of course, you will have to go through those hurdles. And I also mentioned in the first episode, I also mentioned the ISO and ASTM standards and other different compliances like safety, etc. But the important thing to remember is that it's always important to understand who is going to be your first customer. And then, because this is a capital equipment, remember that it's not like making a mouse like this. It's not this. You're not making this. You're making something 100 million times complicated than this. Remember that. So for that, it's one of the best ways to scale up your company is actually V model that I described earlier, where if you remember and if you go back to my first and second episode, you would see that you're cascading down the requirements in one side and then you're verifying it on the other side. But at the end of the V model is your customer monitoring phase. So to effectively scale up your company that is producing AEGIS CV like equipment or scaling up the product itself, customer inputs are the biggest and the only way to scale up. You could scale up by licensing your existing technologies. Yes, you could make money through that. You could scale up and provide, because scaling up means what? Scaling up means you keep your equipment the same or the base product the same, but then you improve it little by little, and that is scaling up. And as you improve the product, you also make more and more money for the company. That is scaling up. So the important thing to understand is not to waste money in things that are not needed. So customer feedback is essential, and also making sure that you're looking at the market trends. Yes, you have some customers in, for example, Canada today, but they will only give you a set number of valuable feedback. Beyond the set number of valuable feedback, it's all just complaints. It's all just complaining that this doesn't work, that doesn't work, right? And we all know that things don't work all the time, 100% of the time. But beyond a set number of valuable insights from one customer from Canada, for instance, you would not be able to get anything more than that. If you want to go to Japan, you will have to, and that is scaling up for the company. If you want to go to Japan, then you will have to check for regulatory hurdles there and the standards used there and the type of surgeries most performed there and the common procedures applied by the surgeons there and the existing competitive products that they're using there already. So it's all about looking at the market trends and not just through your existing customers, but really widening up your horizon and widening up your outlook and looking at it globally. So it's a constant, if you want to scale up your company, especially for healthcare, it's a constant collection of data, constant collection of information from all across the world. You never know, but even a country like Zimbabwe, who is not doing economically very sound right now, but even that country could be proven to be an A-class customer for your end users for your product. It could happen. It all depends on the market trends, and it all depends on what is needed in that region or in that country at that particular time. So, all right, now going back to how to scale up your company again, scale up your business again. Number 6 would be your supply chain optimization. Did I already mention number 5, which is your training and support program? Number 5, I'm just going to repeat again. Number 5 is training and support programs, where you develop comprehensive training programs for surgeons and technical staff to ensure that they are proficient in using AEGIS CV. You offer robust customer support, and you also enhance user satisfaction, and you increase adoption rates because of that. And that is where you scale up. Supply chain optimization. Ensure that the supply chain for critical components such as the high-precision robotic arms and AI-driven control systems is robust and capable of scaling. Consider multiple suppliers for key components to avoid disruptions. Number 7 is your feedback loop for continuous improvement. Establish a system to collect and analyze feedback from clinical use to continuously refine the product. This could involve enhancing existing features or developing new functionalities based on user experiences. Number 8 is your funding and investment. Seek additional funding or investment to support expansion activities. This could be through venture capital, public offerings, or partnerships with larger corporations in the healthcare sector. By focusing on these strategies, you can, of course, scale the operations of your company and the deployment of AEGIS CV, ensuring that it becomes a leader in cardiovascular surgical robotics market. To further enhance the capabilities of AEGIS CV, several strategic upgrades could be considered. Focus on increasing precision, autonomy, and versatility in cardiovascular surgeries. Now here I'm talking more about the technical enhancements, the technical capabilities of AEGIS CV. Number one, advanced imaging techniques incorporate new imaging technologies such as the hyperspectral imaging or advanced elastography to provide more detailed views of tissue composition and mechanical properties. This could help in distinguishing between healthy and diseased tissues with greater accuracy. Machine learning enhancements integrate more advanced machine learning algorithms that can learn from each surgery performed, improving the system's decision-making capabilities and surgical precision over time. This could include predictive analytics for patient outcomes based on intraoperative events. Number three, expanded instrumentation. Develop a wider range of microsurgical tools and attachments specifically designed for complex cardiovascular procedures, such as specialized catheters for minimally invasive endovascular procedures or custom stents designed on the fly to fit the patient-specific anatomy. This is really interesting, and this is really helpful for tough cases for some cardiovascular procedures. Number four is enhanced haptic feedback. Upgrade the haptic feedback system to give surgeons an even more nuanced sense of touch, including the ability to feel the stiffness of tissues or the pulsation of blood through vessels, which could be crucial during delicate operations. Number five is AI-driven surgical planning. Implement a preoperative planning tool that uses AI to simulate different surgical approaches and outcomes based on patient-specific data, helping surgeons choose the optimal surgical strategy before the actual procedure. Of course, this can never replace the actual experience-based judgment of surgeons. Number six is your robotic telepresence. Enhance the telesurgery capabilities to allow more surgeons to collaborate in real time from different locations, potentially allowing expert guidance during complex procedures without the need for physical presence. Number seven is your autonomous navigation systems. Develop autonomous navigation systems that can guide tools along the optimal path with minimal surgeon input, reducing the need of human error and increasing the efficiency of procedures such as coronary artery bypass grafting. Number eight is your real-time molecular diagnostics. Integrate tools that can perform molecular or genetic testing on tissues during surgery, providing intermediate data that can influence surgical decisions, such as the extent of tissue removal or the choice of intervention surgery. Number nine is customizing your modular systems. Allow for easier customization and modularity of the robotic system, enabling it to be quickly adapted for a wide range of cardiovascular procedures or even other procedures, even orthopedics or neurosurgery, from routine to highly complex surgeries. Number 10 is energy-based surgical tools. Expand the use of energy-based instruments such as laser or ultrasonic cutters that can seal blood vessels while cutting and reducing bleeding and potentially decreasing surgery time and improving recovery. By focusing on these technical upgrades, AEGIS CV can significantly push the boundaries of what's currently possible in robotic assisted cardiovascular surgeries, leading to a better patient outcome and setting new standards in the field. As I said before, it's all about the money. Increasing the share value of a company developing a highly specialized product like AEGIS CV involves a combination of strategic growth initiatives, effective financial management, and robust marketing. Here are several strategies to consider. Number one would be to demonstrate clinical efficacy and safety. Comprehensive clinical trials to prove that AEGIS CV is not only innovative, but also effective and safe for patients. Publishing positive trial results can increase investor confidence and public perception, boosting share value. This is one of the methods used by Thermo Fisher Scientific, ASML, Siemens AG, Geo Limited, and several other scientific equipment development companies. Secure regulatory approvals. Achieving regulatory approvals in major markets, even if you're not selling your products there yet, but to be ahead of time and to secure the approvals, that is extremely, that will be proven to be extremely beneficial. And that's also long-term thinking, right? Number 3 would be to form strategic alliances and partnerships. Partner with well-established medical device companies or healthcare providers. These partnerships can provide better distribution of distribution networks, increase credibility, and shared resources, reducing the time to market and scaling up sales more effectively. Number 4 is expand into new market. AEGIS CV could be focusing on specific surgical procedures or geographic markets. Expanding is always a good thing, and it always widens the potential customer base and increases revenue streams. Number 5 is to innovate continuously, as we discussed earlier. Number 6 is to implement a robust IP strategy. IP patents are valuable for licensing to your competitors and to your peers, as I described in episode 2, but it's also important for creating investor trusts and stakeholder trusts. And number 3, it is beneficial for uplifting your personnel, your salaried individuals who are working for you, because it helps them to work towards a goal. And IP and patents are one of those things that are not only a strategic asset to the company, but also a motivation factor to the employees. Number 7 would be optimizing your supply chain. I already mentioned that. Number 8 would be to enhance your marketing and branding efforts. So develop a strong brand identity and market the unique benefits of AEGIS CV aggressively. Effective marketing strategies can increase product visibility, customer uptake, and ultimately market share. Number 9 is to diversify your revenue streams. Consider diversifying the company's revenue by offering complementary services such as trainings, maintenance services for robotic systems, software updates, licensing out your IP, etc., etc. There are so many different ways, right? Financial management, number 10, making healthy financial practices. Manage debt wisely and make strategic reinvestments back into the company, into your R&D and your manufacturing facilities. Demonstrating fiscal responsibility and strong financial metrics will definitely attract more investors. Number 11 would be transparent and regular communication with your stakeholders. Always figure out transparency always builds trust and can foster a positive relationship with investors and potentially increase the share value. Leverage your public relations and investor relations. Engaging effectively with the media and investment community can play a crucial role in shaping the company's public perception and attracting new investors. Now, another thing to remember is always decreasing the cost. You always have to decrease the cost while maintaining the quality and effectiveness of a high-tech medical product like AEGIS CV. And this requires a set of strategies to consider. Number 1 would be to optimize your supply chain. So you streamline your supply chain by negotiating better terms or consolidating orders to get bulk purchase discounts. Number 2, identify and partner with reliable suppliers who can offer competitive pricing without compromising quality. Number 3, implement just-in-time inventory systems to reduce storage costs and minimize waste. Then you go for increasing manufacturing efficiency. Invest in automated manufacturing technologies that can increase production speed and reduce labor cost, of course. But remember, before everything is automated, there's always a decade long of going back and forth on how many items to buy and how many tools to buy and what are the different steps for operations, etc. So remember, before reaching manufacturing efficiency, there will be a transition period. There will be a period of chaos. Be prepared for that and hire the right people who can navigate navigate the challenges of these transition period. So invest in automated manufacturing techniques. Regularly review and optimize manufacturing processes. Implement lean manufacturing principles to streamline operations. Number 3 would be Advanced technologies. Utilize advanced technologies such as AI and machine learning to predict maintenance issues, optimize production schedules, and reduce downtime. Invest in energy efficient technologies to lower energy consumption and costs in manufacturing and operations. Number 4 would be outsource non-core activities. Consider outsourcing non-core activities such as certain manufacturing process, not all, IT services or administrative functions to specialized companies that can perform these tasks at a lower cost. Scale economies. Increase production scale to leverage economies of scale where the cost per unit decreases as the volume of production increases. This approach can significantly reduce the costs of components and materials through bulk purchasing. Number 6 would be, of course, improve your product design. Engage in design for manufacturability where products are specifically designed to be easier and more cost-effective to manufacture. Number 2 is simplify the product design for fewer parts. Well, fewer parts is almost not possible for equipment like AEGIS CV, but try to figure out that the various different upgrades of AEGIS CV achieves commonality at least. 7 would be employee training and retention program. Invest in training programs to improve employee efficiency and reduce errors. Focus on employee retention to decrease turnover rates and the associated costs of hiring and training new staff. Review and optimize your service contracts. At the beginning, when a company is producing a high-tech equipment like AEGIS CV, at the beginning, there will be a lot of service contracts that will be made without properly reviewing it and checking it. It's time to regularly review those contracts and negotiate to ensure that you're getting the best rates and terms. Consider multi-year contracts with service providers for maintenance and support to lock in lower rates. Utilize software for better resource management. Implement a comprehensive ERP, enterprise resource management systems to better manage resources, track inventory, and optimize operations. Use project management and resource scheduling softwares to enhance efficiency and reduce administrative costs. Number 10, finally, would be to reduce energy consumption. Implement energy-saving initiatives in the workplace, such as LED lighting, energy-efficient equipment, and smart thermostats to reduce utility costs. Consider renewable energy sources such as solar panels to offset energy costs in the long term. Scaling up your organization will also have to go along with ensuring a steady supply of revenue. So to ensure continuous revenue with a high-tech medical product like AEGIS CV, this involves diversifying your income sources, maintaining product relevance, and fostering strong customer relationships. Here are several strategies to achieve sustainable revenue. Number 1, expand market reach. Regularly explore new markets and geographic regions where AEGIS CV can be introduced. Emerging markets can offer new opportunities for growth, especially as healthcare systems around the world continue to modernize. Continuous product upgrades keep the product relevant and technologically advanced through continuous research and development, as I mentioned before. Regular updates and upgrades not only satisfy existing customers, but also attract new ones by staying ahead of competitors. Number 3 would be service and maintenance contracts. Offer comprehensive service agreements and maintenance contracts for AEGIS CV systems. Regular maintenance ensures the longevity and optimal performance of the equipment, providing a steady revenue stream beyond initial sales. Number 4 is training programs. Develop training programs for surgeons and medical staff. These programs not only ensure that the system is used effectively, but it also creates an additional revenue stream. We've talked about this earlier. Consumables and accessories. Design parts of the system, such as specialized tools or disposable items that need regular replacement or replenishment. The sale of these consumables can provide a recurring revenue source. Licensing technology. License the underlying technologies or softwares to other companies or industries outside the healthcare. This will open up new revenue streams without the need for significant additional investment. Partnerships with health system. enter into long-term partnerships, subscription model, introduce subscription-based models for software updates, cloud-based analytical services, or access to specialized features. This can transform one-time payments into ongoing revenue. Performance-based pricing. Implement performance-based pricing models where payments are tied to the outcomes or efficiency improvements provided by AEGIS CV. This can make the product more attractive to budget-conscious healthcare providers. Expand clinical applications. Continuously research and develop new applications for AEGIS CV in different types of surgeries or medical procedures. We mentioned that earlier. Insurance and financing options. Offer financing options or work with insurance companies to make AEGIS CV more accessible to a broader range of healthcare providers. This can accelerate adoption rates and increase market penetration. Data-driven services. Utilize the data collected by AEGIS System CV to offer value-added services such as predictive maintenance, operational efficiency analytics, or patient outcome analytics. These services can add a layer of indispensable utility around the primary product. So by adopting these strategies, a company can not only ensure a steady flow of revenue from a product like AEGIS CV, but also enhance its overall market position and influence in the healthcare sector. Customers. And like I mentioned before, for capital equipment, customers are everything. Ensuring a steady influx of new customers while maintaining the trust of existing ones is crucial for the sustained success of a high-tech medical product like AEGIS CV. And here are some strategies that can help you achieve this goal. Innovative market strategies. Launch targeted marketing campaigns that highlight the unique benefits and technological advancements of AEGIS CV. Utilize digital platforms, including social media, to reach a broader audience and engage with potential customers through educational content and demonstrations. Number two is showcase success stories and case studies. Share testimonials and case studies from existing customers to demonstrate the effectiveness and benefits of the product. Real-world success stories can significantly influence potential buyers. Participate in industry conferences and trade shows. Exhibit AEGIS CV at medical and technology conferences to showcase its capability to a targeted audience. Live demonstrations can be particularly effective. Offer free trials or demonstrations. Allow potential customers to experience AEGIS CV firsthand through trials or demo sessions. This will help elevate concerns and demonstrate the product's value. Develop strategic partnership. I have mentioned this multiple times. I cannot stress enough that strategic partnerships are not only important for starting your business, manufacturing your product, delivering your product, attaining regulatory approvals, ensuring scalability of your company and your product, but also important for acquiring new customers. One of the ways to maintain steady revenue streams is maintaining trust with existing customers as well. So, how do you maintain trust with existing customers? Number one is exceptional customer service. Provide comprehensive training and ongoing support. Implement a responsive customer service system to quickly resolve any issues on-site or online. Regular updates and upgrades. Keep the software and hardware components of AEGIS CV up to date with the latest advancements. Regular updates not only improve functionality, but also reassure customers about the longevity and relevance of their investments. Number three, engagement and feedback loops. Regularly engage with existing customers to gain feedback and discuss potential improvements. This shows that you value their input and are committed to meeting their needs. Use customer feedback to inform product development and service enhancements. Number four, transparency. Be transparent about product capabilities, updates, and any issues. Honest communication builds trust and can prevent dissatisfaction. Loyalty programs. Implement loyalty programs or incentives for referrals which not only retain existing customers but also turn them into advocates for your product. Educational programs. Offer educational content such as webinars, workshops, and updated training modules to help your customers stay informed. It is especially beneficial for educational programs are not only important for your hospitals, also important, these kind of trainings are also important for people who are medical students, who are training, who are studying to be interns. Because once they're interns, they have no time. No time. What time for people to learn is during their actual study program period. So that is where a lot of your effort should go to provide webinars, workshops, etc., and trainings to use this product. But remember, they're not going to immediately use it. So you have to be strategic. You have to somehow create a brand of recognition amongst the students who will later on become attendings and later on become interns, and then they can learn more firsthand when they actually can play with the machine if they are joining the right hospital. Certification programs. This is very important. Develop certification programs for users of AEGIS CV, which not only increases the product's credibility, but also enhances its perceived value and utility by highlighting the skill required to operate it. So by focusing on these strategies, the company can not only expand its customer base, but it can also, solidify a loyal and satisfied clientele, ensuring both initial adoption and long-term success for AEGIS CV in the competitive medical technology market. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, also subscribe to my Spotify channel, and continue blessing me with your support. And please write to me at prashuria.b@outlook.com if you want to know more about AEGIS CV, and if you want to, of course, utilize my consultancy services for your organization. Always happy to help. Thank you very much. Good day.